God really knows what he's doing. Don't stress out. His timing is perfect. His plan is perfect. He's got you right where he wants you. Keep pursuing him.
I want you to pay close attention to this. This was just downloaded into me. To be normal is to be what society wants you to be. To be different than to be called strange is to be living in a situation where you will never fit into what society says. To be different is to fit into what God has for you and what you were designed to do, what you were called to do. You were never fit to be like someone else. You were never made to be like someone else, but you were made to push forward past the adversity of others. You were made to be different in every stage of your life, every fabric of your life. You were never made to fit in. So, what does that mean? That means no matter what you do in each and every day, it's important to just be you. It's important to be the way that you were fit to be and not fit into what society says that you should be. When you paint your face, make yourself into someone's figment of their own imagination. When you make yourself into what the design of the fabric of this country looks like, you make yourself look like what commercialism is and what fake prospects is. You make yourself look like everything else that you say that you're not. But we say it so many times. We thank God for this, we thank God for that, but we do not live a God filled life. We do not live a life that is filled by positivity, ingenuity, and prosperity. We do not live a life that's built in a way that we can identify who we are truly, eternally, and physically, because we're too afraid to look at what everybody else has to say and what everybody else dreams of. Now, what that brings about is a chance to where that you're putting your own self-esteem down and picking up what everybody else says that you should be based upon what you listen to, what's in the now, what's in the positive form of their aspect of life, what's may project a good lighting at the moment, but later on it projects a negative. The same individual is causing you to do the wrong thing, but behind closed doors, when they're with their parents or when they're with other individuals or when they're trying to get a job, they act a different way. But they turn around and become the same institutional individual that causes you to fall short. You're not meant to follow them. You're not meant to follow nobody. What you're meant to do is to follow God and the aspects that is for you. And the Bible says multiple times that the benefits for you is within them, but all you have to do is to proclaim that God is Lord and to follow Jesus. Even within the Bible, it says that through Christ, the Son, you will gain everlasting life, but you have to go through his Son first. So who word matters? Not anybody that's surrounding you, not no one else that's near you. So at this moment, at this time, I want you to understand it don't matter what man has to say. It don't matter what your friends have to say. Excuse me, y'all. It don't matter what everybody has to see fit for you. It don't matter what everybody has to progress in the middle for you. It don't matter how other people are shaped, how they're built. But what matters is how you built for your goals and your gifts and your calling over your life. That road right there is a lonely road. Not everybody's going to be your friend. Not everybody's going to want to sit beside you. Not everybody's going to want to love on you and be like you and feel on you and see what you have to offer. They'll be in love with the substance that you have, but they won't be in love with the person. I'm going to say it again. They will be in love with the substance that you have, but they won't be in love with the person. What that means is that some individuals are going to use you for what you have, not who you are. So it's important to rely on what is truly you and nothing more. be acceptable of that. Sorry, it's a long night, but I just had to get this out to you because this is what's been embedded in me right now. And some of you have been wondering, like, why is he not posting? Because sometimes God has to deal with me so that I can be able to tell you the truth. I don't ever want to get on here and not tell you the full aspect of truth of life, because sometimes when I go through, it's important that I sit back and let God talk to me. Because sometimes in life, I don't care how many times I touch this microphone, I don't care how many times I speak, but when I feel and know that I need to let God take care of me and deal with me, I will do that. So right here, right now, I want you to understand that God had to deal with me in a manner to let me know that where I'm going, everybody can't fit. Where I'm going, I don't need to be worrying about everybody else. Where I'm going, I need to look forward and not look back. In the Bible, just like it talks about in the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, when he delivered so many individuals that tried to come out, with this one particular family, Lot's wife was told not to look back. Lot was told to not look back. His daughters was told not to look back. Lot's wife chose to look back at what she once had and then turned it into a pillar of salt. Sometimes our life aspects will turn into a pillar of salt because the simple fact is we're too busy looking backwards instead of going forward. There's no progression because your head is still turning behind you. I'm telling all of you today, right now, in this aspect, in this year, as this year is getting ready to come to a close, when we get to go into the new year, it's important to look forward and not look back. The harvest that you thought about, the harvest that you've been planting for, the harvest that you're trying to gain, the things that you're trying to get in the future, it's already been set in place. All it takes for you to do is to look forward. This word right here, I don't know who it's for, but this word is meant for you to understand, to never look back, never turn around, keep going, and never give up. Prime example right now, I'm getting my doctoral degree right now. I transferred from Grand Canyon University, where I got my master's from. I was being done wrong at that school with my doctoral program. I was transferred to Liberty University. I'm in a process where I got two different teachers that have failed me, that have done me so wrong, that to the point that made me question if I needed to be there, if I need to be in this program. But I had to realize, God put me in this position for a reason. I'm supposed to be this for a reason. I am Dr. Ezekiel Gabriel Collins. But at the same time, I had to speak life into myself to understand that I'm here on purpose. I'm here on reasoning. When I say this, I tell you that if I live in my purpose, if I live in God's reasoning, if I live on the narrow road that God has designed for me, even though I'm not perfect, I'm going to veer. But the more I build relationship, the more I grow, the more I persevere, the more I put that feeling in me where I know that I'm going to fight for my goals and admirations and my dreams that I see that is meant for me. I will always push to go forward. No matter how many times I fall down, I will get back up. In this journey, it's not about how many times you fall, it's how many times you're willing to get back up and keep taking the things that's surrounding you and become different and better than what you once were when you fell down the first time. If you're not growing, you are staying the same. If you're not growing, you're sitting on the porch and staying in the same lane. You are looking back. You are turning to the salt of the earth. I challenge all of you, don't look back. Go forward.